Hi there. It's August 22nd and time for Proverbs 22. So, now the next three chapters are real important. One of the few places in the Bible that says, memorize this, keep them ready on your lips, and know them at all times. Okay, and that'll be later down here. And for the next three chapters. Okay, but we'll go over these first. Lots of highlights in here, too. Okay, verse 1. A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and favor is better than silver or gold. Right? Said loving favor over here, right? Cometh by well-doing. Right? A good name. Your reputation is more important than riches. A lot of people don't feel that way, right? 22. The rich and the poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. Right? God made everything. Says in other places, he made the evil for the day of judgment. I don't know. I know that if there was no evil in the world, you wouldn't know what good was, right? Think about that. 3. The prudent sees danger and hides himself, but the simple go on and suffer for it, right? The simple go on and suffer for it, right? You see danger and hide yourself. Mm-hmm. For the reward for humility and fear of the Lord is riches, honor, and life, right? The reward of humility is fear of the Lord, riches, honor, and life. Some say the reward for humility is fear of the Lord. The reward for humility and fear of the Lord is God, is riches, honor, and life. Fear of the Lord. That's important, okay? There's not enough of that in the world today. That everybody has been taught not to fear the Lord, right? All right? He's your best friend. He's your benefactor. He's the Lord, okay? He is Yahweh, God. And he is like a roaring lion, right? A huge bear, you know. They may love you, but they are fierce, and he is to be feared, right? We need to get back to that. 5. Thorns and snares are in the way of the crooked. Whoever guards his soul will keep far from them, right? Guard your soul. It says, regardeth his soul over here. 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Famous verse, right? And very true, okay? If you take your kids to church while they're young, you expose them to Jesus while they're young, right? They may stray in their adolescence and early 20s, but they will always come back, okay? I can testify to this personally with my own children who are now in their 40s, okay? When they're old, they do not depart from it. 7. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. There you go. Right? You think slavery's been done away with? It has not. We are slaves to lenders. Almost all of us. There are very few people that owe nothing, okay? Your monthly electric bill, okay? Your water bill, gas bill, credit cards, mortgages, right? Slave to the lender. If you don't pay them, they will do awful things to you, okay? So we are all slaves in one fashion or another. 8. Whoever sows injustice will reap calamity, and the rod of his fury will fall. Sows injustice, right? Rod of his anger, that's noted. His authority whereby he did oppress others shall be taken from him. And the rod of his fury will fail. I said fall, didn't I? To fail. Right. Whoever sows injustice will reap calamity, and the rod of his fury will fail. Lots of people doing that. Oh my goodness. They have names. We won't say those names on here, right? For a group of people that get together to do evil things. Right? 9, whoever has a bountiful eye will be blessed, for he shares his food with the poor. Good eye, bountiful eye. It says good eye over here, right? He that is merciful and liberal, which doesn't mean what it meant. It meant something different in 1599, okay, or 1591. Right? Liberal means generous, okay. He with a generous eye will be blessed, for he shares his bread with the poor. Drive out a scoffer, and strife will go out, and quarreling and abuse will cease. Right? Now we read the arrogant, haughty eyes, prideful. That's a scoffer, right? You get rid of those people. Those kind of people out of your life. 11, he who loves purity of heart and whose speech is gracious will have the king as his friend. Purity of heart and whose speech is gracious. Say kind things, graceful things, right? 12, the eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, but he overthrows the words of the traitor. Right? Knowledge. It says, favor them that love knowledge. The eyes of the Lord keep watch or favor them that love knowledge. This is knowledge right here, the Bible, okay? It's the Bible. It's all there. But he overthrows the words of the traitor, okay? That's because it's not truth. The Bible is truth, and the truth will always be the truth. It'll always stay there. It will never change, right? Traitorous words, lies, they always get found out, okay? The sluggard says there's a lion outside us, shall be killed in the streets. Right? And he says it's all over Proverbs too, right? Any excuse not to go out and do something, right? 14, the mouth of forbidden women is a deep pit. He with whom the Lord is angry will fall into it. Strange. Interesting, huh? Shall follow therein. So God punisheth one sin by another when he suffereth the wicked to fall into the acquaintance of a harlot. Weird, huh? 15, folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline drives it far from him, right? Spank your kids. Don't be afraid to spank your kids. Don't beat them, okay? Spanking them is a swat, okay? And they have to fear that swat. That will drive, right, the folly, foolish out of them. Right? 16, whoever oppresses the poor to increase his own wealth or gives to the rich will only come to poverty. Surely, it says over here, right? You know these people, they're down in the barrios and the ghettos, right? Oppressing the poor people, right? Giving to the rich people. It never turns out. Okay, now these here are, there's only 5 in the first one, okay? But this is important stuff, okay? Starts at 17. Incline your ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge, for it will be pleasant if you keep them within you, if all of them are ready on your lips. Okay? That's important. Ready on your lips. Be directed together on thy lips. Memorize. That means memorize them. Know them. Be able to quote them. Okay? For it will be pleasant within you if all of them are ready on your lips. And a lot of them are just common sense, okay? That you may trust, that your trust may be in the Lord. I have made them known to you today, even to you. I have not written for you 30 sayings of counsel and knowledge. Right? 30 sayings. To make you know what is right and true, that you may give a true answer to those who sent you. Right? And that is one long question, okay? Have I not written for you 30 sayings of counsel and knowledge to make you know what is right and true, that you may give a true answer to those who sent you? Okay? So, memorize these things. Starts at 22, and it goes on for like 3 chapters. Okay? There's 30 of them. And I tried to separate them. I mean, maybe not be separated correctly, but there's the verse 5 today, okay? Do not rob the poor because he is poor, or crush the afflicted at the gate, for the Lord will plead their cause and rob of life those who rob them. Right? You take advantage of the poor just because they're poor, right? Or crush them down. The Lord will be their lawyer, okay? And he will, and judge, and he will rob of life those who rob them. Okay? Make no friendship with a man given to anger, nor go with a wrathful man, lest you learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare. Right? There are some people that are angry rebels, right? They want to kill, steal, and destroy. Don't hang out with those people. Yeah? You'll learn their ways. Entangle yourself in a trap. Okay, the third one. Be not one of those who give pledges, who put up security for debts. If you have nothing which to pay, why should your bed be taken from under you? Cosign. Don't cosign for other people's loans. He is very adamant about this. Says this all over Proverbs, okay? At least 6 or 7 times he goes into it. And fourth one, do not move the ancient landmark that your fathers have set. Encroachment, okay. That's stealing. And the fifth one, do you see a man skillful in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure men. People that are really, really good at what they do, they get noticed, okay? They get noticed. There you go. That's the 5, and that's 22. We can go over the highlights here. Good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, a favor better than silver or gold. Right? Reputation is more important than money, silver, gold. Okay? Humble. Okay? Being humble is how you get a good reputation, right? Nobody likes a prideful person. Okay? 3, the prudent sees danger and hides himself, but the simple go on and suffer for it. A prudent man seeth the plague. That is the punishment which is prepared for the wicked, and fleeth not to God for succor. Wow. The old language, right? Right. The prudent sees danger and doesn't go there. Right? You go to these inner cities now, I wouldn't go there. It's just, they're dangerous. Right? The simple go on and suffer for it. Right? 4, the reward for humility and fear of the Lord is riches, honor, and life. Okay? The reward for humbleness and fear of the Lord, most importantly, fear of the Lord, that's the beginning of knowledge, right? Is riches, honor, and life. And I'm learning from all this studying for the last 3 years, twice a day, every day, one of the most important things. Number 1 is Jesus, okay? The most important thing in the Bible is Jesus. The second one, fear the Lord. Not enough people fear the Lord, okay? They think they're on his level, and he's love and sunshine and rainbows. Okay, I mean, he is those things, but he is also fierce. He created everything, right? He is nothing to be trifled with. Okay? 6, train up a child in the way he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it, right? We talked about this. Everybody's talked about this. There's been entire sermons preached on this over and over and over again for 1,000 years, right? Train your kids when they're young. Discipline them when they're young. Teach them these things when they're young, okay? Because once they reach adolescence and teenagers, they're not going to listen to you, okay? Because now they know everything and you're stupid, right? But when they're very young, like when they're 0 to 8 or 9 years old, right? Dad especially, Dad hung the moon, and Dad is Superman, so they will listen to you at that age. 7 is highlighted. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender, right? We're all slaves, right? There's a few people living off the grid, but it requires a lot of work, right? Slave to the lender. 9, whoever is a bountiful eye will be blessed, for he shares his bread with the poor. A bountiful or good eye, or right? A good eye, a generous eye, right? You'll be blessed. People who shares with the poor will be blessed, right? Drive out a scoffer, and strife will go out, and quarreling and abuse will cease. Right? Now you look at a room full of people, and where there's strife and abuse and quarreling, it's usually can be traced down to one person, a scoffer somewhere, prideful, arrogant, haughty. Says drive them out. The sluggard says, there's a lion outside, I shall be killed in the streets. Over and over again. Any excuse. All right, can't go out there. Not today, it's raining. 15 is highlighted. Folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline drives it far from him. Right? Foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child. There's a note. He is naturally given unto it, right? Children are born naturally unto sin, okay? They are not born innocent, okay? Not since Adam and Eve, right? Children are born into sin, right? And it's hard to know they're innocent. They just, right? Innocent in law's eyes, they've never done anything, but it's in there, born in there, okay? And if you don't believe it, think about this. Who teaches a kid how to lie? Okay. Your parents, brothers and sisters? No. If you have an only child and they're toddlers, they're 1.5, 2, and you hear a crash, okay? So you go in the room and the lamp is broken, pushed off the table. Did you break that? No. Okay. They're going to lie to you. Who taught them how to do that? It's in there. You have to drive it out, okay? That's where discipline comes in. Okay, 16, whoever oppresses the poor to increase his own wealth or gives to the rich will only come to poverty. Right. Lots of those around. Right? Enforcers. Okay, and there are 5 things. 30 sayings, right? Haven't I written for you 30 sayings of counsel and knowledge to make you know what is right and true, that you may give a true answer to those who sent you? Right. It would be pleasant if you keep them within you. If all of them are ready on your lips, that means listen to these, memorize these, know these, right? Be able to quote these, okay? And there's 5 today. Number 1, do not rob the poor because he is poor, or crush the afflicted at the gate, for the Lord will plead their cause and rob of life those who rob them. Right? You rob poor people, and lots of people do take advantage of poor people, especially scammers. Oh my goodness. The little old lady talked her out of her life savings, and now she's ruined and will die because somebody did this. God will rob of life of those who rob them. Okay? That's serious stuff. Scammers never get away with it. Number 2, make no friendship with a man given to anger, nor go with a wrathful man, lest you learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare. Right? No friendship. Have not to do with him that is not able to rule his affections, for he would hurt thee by his evil conversation. Right. And there's some people, it's all right, everybody gets angry sometimes, but, right? Somebody that just gets angry over everything, okay? Lest you learn his ways, entangle yourself in a snare. Okay. And I don't think that's people that are hurting their own lives, okay? Things are personal, things have happened to them and given them kind of just a sour countenance, okay? There's people that are very zealous for, worldly affairs and things that really have nothing to do with them, and they're angry. Okay? You can find them all over the internet, man alive, crying and screaming. All right, just keep scrolling. Okay, number 3. Be not one of those who gives pledges, who put up security for debts. If you have nothing with which to pay, why should your baby be taken in from you? Okay. That's a cosigner. Okay. You cosign for somebody else's loan. I promise I'll pay it. You're under their power. You're under their power. You're under their lender's power until it's paid off. Okay. And if they don't pay it off, they're going to come after you. Right? Tell them, says, don't do that. Okay, the fourth one, do not move an ancient landmark that your fathers have set. They don't pass down land anymore. It'd be cool if they did. Okay. I mean, the evils of the world have put an end to that. Yeah. And the fifth one today, do you see a man skillful in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure men. Right. Diligent man in his business, it says. People that are really, really good at what they do, right? And if you're good at one thing, you should practice and practice at it until you are amazing at that one thing, right? You will stand before kings. So there you go. That's Proverbs 22 in the beginning. Like I said, and tomorrow it will be just 30 sayings. Okay, they're all highlighted and separated. Right? So we'll continue that tomorrow. There you go. So later today, we are in the book of 1 Corinthians. Okay, can't remember which chapter. 5 or 6 or something like that. I can check real quick. Read the Bible. Reading plans, dude. 5. We're in 1 Corinthians 5 today. Okay, and they're short chapters. I mean, this one's only like 13 verses. So we'll do that. Okay, give us a like if you think about it, and tomorrow we'll keep going.